Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. It's a beautiful Sunday, late afternoon, early evening as I'm doing this, and I am using the new Palladini Tarot. And we're going to look at two stories that are vaguely connected tonight because they are part of this narrative that is coming out relentlessly that Harry wants home. He wants back home. He's suing for peace, basically. And that is the theme of today. And the first story is a Neil Sean story, so it's one of those allegedly stories. This allegedly story is that Harry and Meghan don't think that there will be any backlash from the British public about his appeal. Of course, he's won the right to appeal again, to have that Ravik decision overturned, have them rethink it for his security, his IPP status. They don't think, and in particular he doesn't think, that the public will mind paying all this money for security for the Parkles, because Harry is in fact a very much loved son of Princess Diana, and the British public would hate to see something awful happen to him. So I'm going to do a warm-up reading with this information and ask how the British public feel about paying, of course, the court costs. The costs are astronomical so far in this long drawn-out litigation that he's lost at every step of the way, but he persists with. And we saw Mummy Diana show up in the reading yesterday. Mummy Diana is showing up now in this allegedly story. And so we're going to have a look. How does the public feel about paying? And what does Harry believe? Where does this notion come from? Who might be spinning this story for him? Is it coming from himself, from his wife, from his lawyer? Where's it coming from, this idea? And how will his relationship end up with the British public? Current timeline. One more shuffle, I think, to get us in the groove here. And yeah, there's the Hermit. You can't see it, but the Hermit has shot out sideways. Hermit, of course, being Virgo, major arcana. So let's see what's going on. Let's remind you, tarot, fun and entertainment, all opinions, all speculation. My opinion, of course. Just read energy here. And disclaimer in the box below. Let's see the British public and the has-been. What's going on there with that relationship right now? Is he right? Queen of... she's shown up. Exasperated sigh. When are we going to stop the story? The Queen of Cups in reverse. We know who the Queen of Cups is. That is Princess Diana, who, of course, the Cancerian, and is the Queen of Hearts. That's the Queen of Cups, well, portrayed herself as the Queen of Hearts. She was. Let's not diminish that. But her reputation has taken a bit of a battering since, unfortunately. And a lot of it, in my personal opinion, has to do with the fact that Harry keeps dragging her into these kinds of conversations where people start to look around and say, well, actually, she's the one who chucked her security, and she's the one who was paranoid, and she's the one who phoned the Paps, and she's the one who didn't wear a seatbelt, that sort of thing. So there is the Queen of Cups. She's showing up in reverse because she, of course, died very tragically, because her presence looms over all of this, but in quite a manipulative way. And I'm not saying she's being manipulative. I'm saying that this story involving her own passing, very tragic passing in Paris, is being manipulated. So that is why I think the card has shown up in the reverse. So there she is. It's all about her, all about the fact that Harry is special because he was Princess Diana's son and a very much beloved son. Never mind, there is another son that's not causing trouble and is going through his own trouble, but of course Harry and Meghan wouldn't care about that, the situation, in my opinion. Justice in reverse, of course, the court case, the legal proceedings, feeling that there has been wrongdoing in the legal process, that they haven't got the right outcome, and this is why they are hammering away at it. Well, Harry certainly is hammering away at it to get the outcome that he feels he deserves. There's a great amount of entitlement in that Justice card in reverse, but there is also in that Justice card in reverse the sense of some sort of abuse of the legal process, the courts being used for his own personal vendetta, for his own sense of entitlement. He of course tried to jump the queue and get his appeal heard before everyone else, and the court said no chance, you're not that special. So there it is, legal proceedings that are being exploited, that are being taken because of a personal grievance, but also his sense that justice is not prevailing and it needs to prevail because he's special. He is the very much beloved son of Princess Diana. How does the British public feel about paying for the has-been security, and of course for Meghan as well? The devil. It is in reverse, but I think that is extra toxic. There is a possibility in this card, because it's in reverse, that they would think, well, okay, if you get rid of the toxic relationship, the devil traditionally has a man and woman chained together. It's codependency, it's toxicity, it's addiction, it's obsession, it's all of those kinds of things. If you got rid of that toxic situation that you are currently in, maybe, but it's a very slight maybe, more. My sense of that energy is that they're saying, hell no, you got yourself into this mess, you made your pact with the devil, and you're on your own now, matey. Why should we rescue you? Why should we care what happens to you? That devil card is a very powerful and a very negative card. In my view, in my opinion, their view of him is very negative. Very, very. That he has become really toxic, really angry, really vengeful and hostile and ugly. The devil is ugly energy and obsessive energy, and this litigation is obsessive. So what does Harry think that they feel, the public? The opposite question. Now, what does he think? We got the Fool, but it's the Fool in reverse. The upright, it would be, give me another chance. He's a dear sweet thing, but naive, but gullible. He's off on his adventures. We forgive him. We encourage him. And off you go. There is a sense here, there is a worry in that Fool card in reverse that they might not give him another chance. I think he's beginning to realize, and we will read on that in the second reading of today, that he's beginning to realize he might have blown it with the British public, that he might have run out of lives. If he was a cat, he would be in his 10th life at this point. And so maybe not. They might be looking at him and saying, you're a fool. You're a stupid idiot. You've made some very bad choices, and why should we give you another chance? Why should we look after you? Your entire life has been full of risk-taking, very reckless behavior. It's quite self-aware. I wouldn't expect such a self-aware to come, but there are hints and indications that maybe possibly that Nigerian tour opened his eyes to certain behavior and the situation that he's really in, possibly the illness going on in the UK of his previously much loved sister-in-law, and his father might have given him pause, might have opened his eyes a little bit. I have seen signs in readings recently that the eyes are beginning to crank open just a little bit. Who's whispering in his ear that the public would absolutely love to pay for his security and his court costs, and would never recover if something dreadful were to happen to him from some nefarious organization, shadowy organization? Who's putting this in his head? We've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Interesting card, because in reverse it's a heavy overindulgence kind of an energy. Heavy drinking, heavy drug taking. It might be someone that actually provides some of those substances to him, and I will allow you to draw your own conclusions from that speculative thought of mine that just popped into my head. But definitely it's landing in his mind, what's left of his mind, with that Nine of Cups in reverse, when he's in his cups, to use a very old-fashioned expression. But I think that the Nine of Cups is telling me that it's coming from when he's intoxicated from whatever substance, under the influence. How about that for an expression? Under the influence. And I will leave that speculation right there. How's his relationship going to go with the great British public in future? I've just knocked the camera. Sorry if you got a sudden shock. We've got the Chariot. That's forward progress, that's movement, that's motion forward. So it tells me it's possible that if he gets rid of this devil, he can move forward with the British public. He can start to progress towards some sort of reconciliation, towards something more positive. There's a huge but in that card, because it is the major arcana, the Chariot of Prince William, and the Cancerian major arcana. So mum has shown up, the wife has shown up, the legal proceedings have shown up, he, the Fool, has shown up in reverse. The Nine of Cups we have our own suspicions about, but the Chariot is William. Prince William has shown up as well. My sense really is that there is a slight opening for him if he gets rid of the devil from his life. And not only in the sense of a person, the devil, but in the sense of an attitude as well. His attitude would have to change profoundly before they would welcome him back, before he could make that journey. The Chariot is about journeys. It is about forward motion, drive and purpose and all of that stuff. But Prince William is the deal breaker here, I get, with that card, the Chariot that's shown up. That is really up to Prince William. And I think that the public has its own feelings about Harry right now. The devil in reverse, the Fool in reverse. I think that they would follow Prince William's lead, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way at all towards the public. The public's very capable of forming their own opinions about Harry, and they have, clearly, with that devil card. But there is a sense, just a sense, that if Prince William said, okay, he's been an absolute idiot, he's been under the influence, so to speak, give him a chance, there might be a chance. And we're going to look at it again in the next reading. Thank you for watching this one. I hope to see you over there.